Hello everyone, Mickzoo here. Welcome to the stream. Today we have the last Polysseum highlights before the all the action that is happening in the World Championship qualifiers. And today with me, good friends, good players, Cloud and YetiPeaks. How are you guys?
Hello. I'm doing great, I'd say.
Yeah, good to have you back on the stream. You haven't been active for a while. So good to see you, Yeti. Hi, Cloud.
Hello, I'm doing pretty well as well. Excited to be here to do the stream.
So before we start, tell me about the Chinchi, our heroes of today's stream. So what are their strong and weak points, pros and cons? Anything interesting that you would like to share about this tribe?
Well, I think everybody who knows me knows that Shin is my favorite tribe. So I think one of their best selling points is definitely that they have the best looking terrain in the entire game. Like they have the sakura trees, they have the white horses, like it just looks amazing. They have the helmets. But in terms of gameplay, I would say their strong suit is just pumping out so many giants. When they have high level forges, they can get out so many giants. And yeah, that's really what Shinchi is known for, like just being a production factory.
Because they start with the climbing tech, right? So it also helps with the exploration. Because when you step on a mountain, you see much more than when you're revealing the clouds, like on the ground level.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely also makes it easier for them to get Eye of God, just because they don't have to research climbing, and they don't have to worry about mountains blocking their path to the lighthouse.
Yeti?
Yeah, I think that what he said is absolutely correct. Like the fact that you can easily get so many giants with the right forges, it's a very good strength of them. But if you don't have that kind of start, you usually struggle a lot because you're much slower than the other tribes. At least that on average.
Any other text that Chinchi tends to pick on their way to victory or defeat?
Well, let's say that markets, it's a standard after the forgers, and I've seen sometimes going for forestry just to chop everything, because you get a profit out of it, and maybe in the future you might need some catapults to defend yourself.
Right.
And also a tech that I think it's really underrated, it's farming, because you can easily evaluate.
That's something new.
You can easily evaluate the number of farms that you have without needing to research organization. But that's more because of the resource generation on the cities.
What about archery? Because from what I remember, archers are also quite appealing to the Chinchi players.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things about Chinchi is that it really works with almost any branch of the tech tree. You go Smithery to pump out those quick giants, then a player goes Math to get the catapults to defend against the giants. Then you see Archery to defend the giants as well. You see Cloaks to attack high-level cities.
Yep.
You see Knights to deal with the Cloaks, deal with Archers, catapults. And sometimes if you really get to super late game, you even see Construction come out just so you can use those forests, convert them to farms, and just get out even more late game giants. So it's really a tribe that you can really make work with any branch of the tech tree.
Yeah, you can really tell that you're a fan of Chinchi. So many positive things. Okay. And one last thing before we start watching the games, I mentioned the World Championships. So tell me if you are competing and what are your plans for the tournament? Are you planning to become world champions or not?
I'll absolutely try. And hopefully I can qualify with IMO once again, but let's see what happens, okay? And yeah, that kind of it for me. Like, I'll try to qualify with other tribes if my qualification fails, but I want to stay strong on that.
Cloud?
I think for me, just because I am working, it is pretty difficult to have that. Like, I think it requires a day to play until semifinals or quarterfinals, and then another day to play those matches. So it is difficult time-wise. But I definitely do have players I'm rooting for, Yeti being one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to ask you about. So what are your favorites? Who do you think will qualify to the final? And in terms of players, who is your favorite? Because you're playing with all those elite players, so you probably have your favorites.
Well, my favorite. Oh, you wanna? Yeah, you go first, Cloud.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I think we'll definitely see a lot of repeat players from last year. Like, I think Ram already qualified with, was it Yadak?
Yadak, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll definitely see a lot of repeat players. I think players that shown their skill last year are definitely going to be coming back again to try to show up again at Sweden. I also think there will be some, like, Livin McLovin, I think, qualified for
Kiko.
Oh, yes, for Kiko.
Kiko. Yeah, he was the first one to qualify.
Some new faces, so I'm excited to see if there will be old players coming back or if we'll have some fresh blood in the pool.
And your maybe top 3 tribes that will qualify?
Top 3 tribes? I want to see Shinshi up there again, trying to make a run for champs. But I think more realistically, IMPERIUS had a very dominating performance. So I definitely think IMPERIUS are the favorites to win again. But I also think, like, we just had Yadak qualifiers. Yadak is also really strong.
Yeah,
because Yadak did not qualify to the finals, so yeah, it would have been
didn't qualify last time, but
something new, definitely.
Yeah, I think they have a solid chance this time.
Yeti, what are your bets?
I do think that IMPERIUS and Yadak are very likely to qualify because we are like, by increasing some amount of stars that some tribes start with. The game got faster, and so it allows for the fast tribes to be more prominent. So maybe even Majakj might turn out to be very good, especially with the new explorers. That it's easily that expansion will pay off because you get the Eye of God and a much faster giant than before. So I do see all the expanding tribes getting very nice
bonus points.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see if you'd like to watch some of the World Championship action. Tomorrow is the Vengir final, none of our guests is betting on them, but maybe like they will be the dark horse of this qualifiers and the finals. We will see, even though like they are not the strongest. So yeah, tomorrow is a World Championship live stream on our YouTube channel. So go ahead and join. It's 5 p.m. Central Eastern European time and 11 a.m. EST. So hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah. So let's jump into the games. So the stage is yours.
All right,
who do we have here?
We have Anva playing as the original Shinji and Ratz playing as this like brown Shinji. I'm not exactly sure.
It's part of black.
Black Shinji. Okay, but yeah, both very experienced players that we see in this setting all the time. They play challenger mode, oftentimes end up winning the whole thing. So it's a very strong lineup here. What do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, they're both very good players, and Ratz is probably my favorite player of all time, and so I'm very excited to enter one of his games.
What do you think about the spawns? I feel like red player looks really favored here just because they have access to this entire continent, while black only has this like singular island city they can't even reach.
Yeah, one major problem that I see for the black Shinji is the fact that he doesn't have all that many water access. Like overall, there are 2 on one of his cities and 2 in his capital if he gets a border growth. And one point up is that he seems to have good markets and forges, while the red Shinji a bit less.
Yeah, the red Shinji definitely looks like they'll have access to more of the map. So it's definitely shaping up to be a game where you'll have to fight while you're being on lower cities. One thing to mention though is if black Shinji actually gets a road, he's actually closer to some of these cities than red is.
Ooh,
So maybe we'll see some bridge plays. All right, let's get into the game. We're just doing some basic exploration, heading in the direction with the most resources. And right off the bat, red Shinji already sees that he has some nice water access.
Yeah, and we see organization.
Also worth noting.
From the black Shinji.
Yeah, going for that early workshop, while red does have the option, but he chooses not to get the lighthouse for a quick upgrade, going instead straight for mining.
Yeah, he really wants Mithri to get some fast giants. And for obvious reason, both players...
They're picking up...
It's a bit laggy.
Yeah, they are breaking up Cloud a bit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can see that both players go very heavy on eco, because this is a continent map. So economy is it's going to be very, very important for all the water battle that it's going to happen.
Yeah, both players only going 3 units, going very light on the units, trying to get as much eco as possible before they beat their opponents, before they start doing any kind of battling.
Yeah, and we even see that Cloud has vision on the other continent and decided to retreat the warrior. And...
Important to note that even though he sees there's like a bunch of bridge opportunities, he does not go for them. He wants to eco up. He doesn't want to rush this expansion here.
Yeah, and Anva is the first to get the giant, and it gets 2 giants.
Yeah, very strong opening.
goes
Turn
straight
8.
for fishing. Yeah, and from here, I got he has fishing and gets an explorer on his city that reveals the opponent and gets the fight back. And thanks to those 5 stars, he's able to place already a Juggernaut onto the water. Yep.
And also, something funny to note that both players' ruins were the same thing. Both got a veteran swordsman waiting, one in the back, one in the middle, but both are not going to be able to do anything for a good while.
Yeah. And we see Ratz
also having symmetry here.
Yep. And he planned out to have the perfect amount to take a giant in this turn too. Like he's pairing 1 stars. And he's going to get a second one right in the front because he wants to probably get onto the water, I think. Or maybe just straight for markets. We can see that he has a level 7 and another level 7.
Will he be able to afford it? Could we have a look at the tech tree?
At his tech tree. Okay, yeah, not quite.
Right now, it'll cost him 36
41.
stars, I believe. 20 stars plus 16, 36 stars just to get the techs, and then he also has to place the market. But he has not met his opponent, so if he meets them, he will get a significant amount of meeting stars.
Yep, it all depends on how his opponent will play. Because he didn't took any explorers, so we can even expect what he can see.
Yeah, if we want to go to just his vision here, we can see that he only has vision from climbing. Everything he can see here is just due to mountains, not a single explorer taken.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Anva is really going aggressively on the water here, placing down 2 boards, having a Juggernaut on a ruin and 2 rafts, while Ratz is still setting up. He's still getting those giants, still getting those upgrades, playing it slowly. Does go for this border growth, really wants the access to the water here.
Yeah, he
makes
realizes
sense.
that no water access in continents, it's not a good idea. So
but navigation, that's an amazing ruin. He sees the 3 starfish, his opponent's not on the water. He can possibly snag all 3 for 24 stars.
Yep.
And he sees this village on the small continent with the swordsman.
Oh, yep.
And with vision on this mountain, this veteran swordsman landing on this city gives Ratz the meeting stars. With all the way into trade.
Great. Yeah.
Level, immediately. This would actually not have been possible without the meeting stars. So this meeting stars sped up trade by an entire turn.
Yeah, and it's a level 8 market, so that it's gonna be very, very good. And we're gonna see another explorer. Yep, probably wants the West Lighthouse, but it went all the way up to get the North Lighthouse. Wow.
This was a very really weird explorer.
Yep.
Yeah. He only needs 1 more lighthouse to get Eye of God, though. And since he's the only one on the water, he does have the possibility of getting this city.
Yeah, especially because Ratz doesn't have any good water access to reach that village. Anyhow.
He does see that there's a land tile here, so he knows there's a village here. But it's going to be really slow for him to get there.
Yep.
And he still does not go for water here. He goes for more markets, even chopping to place down. But now he is ready. Like, this is his most optimal market setup. They're as upgraded as they can be, unless he goes for math, in which case, even then, it's like, these are pretty high level. Like, math would only give him like 1 or 2 more levels. So this is like the setup. He's ready now for endgame.
Yeah, he may even go and chop all the forests because that it's Poly's gonna get from markets. Surely, like catapults might be useful in the future.
Okay, first bomber.
Yeah, bomber
And we see
number
the
one.
first bomber of the game coming out and shooting that giant. Interesting to note that even though Anva went riding roads, he has not yet placed down his first market, instead opting to play with a little bit more aggression. All the way to Aquatism here. Ratz is making his move, making heavy splashes into the water. But that bomber is brutal, getting so much value.
Mm-hmm. He really needs to make sure
Trade
that
finally
he's
for Anva.
gonna survive.
Yeah, trade by Anva.
But if we just look at the stars per turn right now, Anva is making 33 stars per turn on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities, while making 47 on 4. He's at almost half his opponent's city count, but making almost over 15%, almost over 50% more stars per turn. This is a brutal difference.
Yeah. But, like, the thing that we said earlier, there are only 4 ports spot. So if Anva manages to pin down all those spots, Ratz isn't gonna be able to do anything, even with 100 stars per turn.
Yeah, nice. The archers.
Yeah, he's trying to really lock down these 4 spots, but Ratz knows that. And he also knows that land units being able to hit water units are very advantageous. So he goes for these range units, and he's going to try to pelt down any giants to try to lock down his port spots. Really played by Ratz here. Really taking advantage of his massive economy to tech into any techs he wants.
Yeah.
But here, going for the final lighthouse, and he does get it, giving him the Eye of God. And he's just been collecting a bunch of starfish, so that nav ruin has been incredible for him.
Yeah, he got almost all of them.
Bombers.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ooh, and
those giants are melting.
Wow. I actually think it might have been a mistake trying to shut down the port so early. If he had instead had his giants, just like maybe a raft here, to slow down the giants' movements, then when the giants push out of the port so they don't splash upon entry, it would have been a little easier to deal with the juggernauts.
I see.
Yeah, because now Anva doesn't have any kind of protection for his valuable bombers and scouts.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, may have only 1. I think. Oh no, 2. Yep.
Now we see the archers starting to get value here. Shooting 2 naval units, killing a raft. That would have been a potential bomber. So that is a good snipe. And he goes math here. He's really trying to get as much value as he can with his land units.
Yeah. In this situation, he really needs to get off every... Like, he needs to get value from every single unit he can. Because with only 4 cities...
Yeah, and Ratz's first juggernaut goes down, and most of his juggernauts are no longer as healthy as before. Maybe Anva can still pull this off. He does still have... There has yet to be a city turnover, and he still is up 3 cities. Well, the first bomber is revealed and damaged. We see a catapult push, hit the giant.
Yeah. And splash it again. Okay. So he's going all in on that...
First bridge! First bridge!
Yep.
Yeah, probably to protect his catapult and make sure it doesn't die. Even though there is a bridge play that could kill it anyway. But well, he didn't.
Bomber.
Yeah. And the Rambo
has made 3 bombers this game. Now we have the first giant siege going in. Oof! And 2 brutal slashes to decimate the navy behind it.
Yeah. But
That's really
maybe
going all in here.
Anva might have 2 monuments to unsiege. Ooh, strategy
And he
and
goes straight for
diplomacy.
diplomacy. He is.
Yeah, but there is no
diplomacy,
space for
and
2
he's gonna
monuments.
try to build cities.
I mean,
There's no-
he can clear the scout,
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that sense, yes. Mhm.
and then there is
If there are
space.
2 monuments, and any way to block these 2 tiles, we would have a Houdini. But unfortunately, without any riders, it's pretty difficult to bounce to those tiles.
Yeah. Oh, we see he gets the kill. Does he have the 2
But
monuments?
without 2 monuments, he does not go for the unsiege.
Oh, yeah. No monuments.
It's important to note on the micro here. He's a really good micro here. Instead of trying to kill any of these rafts, he opts to chip at all of them. So that if any of them want to become a rammer, a bomber, or a scout, they're going to be injured scouts and it'll do a lot less damage than if he killed one and left another one healthy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A very, very nice play. And
Now
here
we
we
see
see.
spiritualism.
Oh, wow. Ooh, wow.
Ratz
This
is
is a
just flexing
very.
at this point. It's like,
But
And he gets the
look at
city.
this
what
play,
are
look
you
at
going
this
to do?
play.
I have way more money than you.
He pushed the cloak. He pushed the cloak so that it would reach the city in 2 turns instead of 3.
Mhm.
Like the cloak was on the city, he made the giant, so the cloak was in range. Like,
Yeah, very
he
nice
moved it,
play. Mhm.
and next turn he can get the cloak the city. That is most vulnerable right now, so it's what he's going to go for.
And now with him capturing this city, he opens up yet another bridge spot, and he's also banking a monument.
Yep. He doesn't even know what to do with it.
Man, this is just brutal. Despite being down cities, he's just up so much eco that he could do whatever he wants, going for spiritualism, for cloaks, archers, catapults, flying all the way up to aquatism in 1 turn. The turn he got on the water, he already had the protection.
And we have the cloak attack.
Yep, the cloak hits, and
This cloak land.
he may go for the Tower of Wisdom, to be honest. Like,
Mhm.
yes, so much eco, so many. Okay, well, yeah,
And
he's
he
going
goes
to.
knight. This man.
Knights. Yeah. Yeah, he's very
branch
close to
1,
the.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 branches of tech tree are fully bought out.
Yeah, he's very close to the Tower of Wisdom.
Let's see if he wants to, if he'll be able to take it.
Anva's still trying his best to try to contest the water here. Does not want to go down without a fight. Let's see if he can pull it back. Now we do see a siege here. Well, the south city looks like it's gonna fall. It's really difficult to hold it. There's just nothing in range that can unseat it. This giant's out of range, and yeah, it's even killed by the knight. Now we see navigation from Ratz.
And that's a very, very good splash. The giants are falling. Ooh, and we see a very nice giant siege and a giant kind of block. No, it's not.
Yeah, let's watch that one more time. This splash was so valuable. Makes a bomber, splashes swordsman, sieges, hits a giant, kills a giant. All the units surrounding the city just went down. Let's see if this can maybe turn the tides back on this favor.
But we can see that there are 5 cities. Ratz is on 5 cities, so he can simply get one more connection by capturing the south city. And I don't know if he still has the Gate of Power, but if he has the Gate of Power, he can go for an Houdini.
Yeah. Or just push the
looks like he
giant.
Placed it somewhere because I'm not seeing the option to put it
Oh
down
no,
anymore.
it's in the west city. But yeah, he doesn't even care to go for an Houdini.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Kills the giant.
forces the giant And we see philosophy coming out.
Another market as
And he
well.
trains a mindbender.
Yeah, he is probably trolling at this point.
There goes
Another
down another
siege.
siege. Looks like it's
Yeah,
difficult
but-
to hold.
Yeah,
and
but
Anva
this looks
is
very,
dying
very dire for Anva. He lost those 2 important cities, and yeah. Okay, so very exciting game.
Beautiful game by
Ratz, Ratz made a
game.
big comeback. So yeah, so share your thoughts. What went wrong here for Anva?
I think one of the biggest mistakes was definitely how long he delayed trade for. He bought Rider Roads, but then delayed trade for another like 3 or 4 turns. If he wasn't gonna go trade at the moment, I think he should have just invested in water so he would have a stronger hold there. Or he should fully committed, just like he kind of didn't fully commit to either plan, which made it difficult to really get either advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, probably another thing that you already said, Cloud, is that he tried to shut off immediately the Juggernauts while he couldn't truly had done that.
Yeah, I think having this Juggernaut here exposed to just 2 Juggernaut splash damages was really unnecessary. Did he get a... Yeah, he did get to get the Starfish, I guess. But I don't know if the Juggernaut is really worth just 8 stars, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The Starfish are cool, but a Juggernaut is always better, I think. Because from standard, a Juggernaut is worth 10 stars, theoretically. But it's a giant, and a giant... You can't get a new giant very easily. So I really think it was a bit of a misplay. Also, probably...
I also wonder if it would have been possible...
No, go.
I was going to say, I would wonder if it would have been possible for Anva to actually also set up like a catapult of his own maybe on some of these tiles, just because it looked like so much of the water access was coming from here. If there was a catapult like right here, anything that moves onto this port can immediately be hit. Like this line of defense would be pretty good.
It would have been definitely more, economical, because the bombers are like 17 stars and can get 2 catapults for 1 bomber, and they are pretty much doing the same thing. So losing a ship is more painful definitely than losing a catapult.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, at this point, Ratz is making 48 stars while Anva is making 33. At the beginning of the turn, it's actually 25 to 47. So he's almost at double the stars. I think Anva just could not afford to delay trade for this long either. It just the markets need to come out sooner. Even though his market spots aren't that good, he does need Vorce to chop for it. But as we saw with Ratz did, if you can just max out your markets as soon as possible, you will get value as long as you can keep yourself in the game while it happens.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Bad access to the South continent, small continent. It would have been, I think, a more even game.
Yeah, but we have to also give it to Ratz that he did not kind of give up so easily. Because he was on 4 cities, Anva had 8, so it's usually game over for in this kind of setup.
Yep. But if
this was a Quirion, this would have been a city too.
Yep.
Yeah, good point. Okay. Anything else that you would like to add?
No, I think very good.
Okay. So let's move on to the next game.
without further ado, let's dive into the next game. I can get it to open. Okay, it looks like it's making me have to stop sharing my screen and then reopen Polytopia between every game. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen really quick.
Yep.
And
Yep.
All
Whatever
right.
you need to do.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, no big issue, I guess.
Alrighty, let me share my screen again. Oh, the replay is starting. Let me. Alrighty, can you all see my screen?
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Yes.
Alright. This next game is now played between MythicRNG as host and Majakj playing as YetiPeaks.
Ooh, the banger one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about
What are your
this
thoughts here
box?
right off the bat looking at bonds?
Well, we can see that the Red Chinchi has more villages close to him, while
That's 4.
yeah, that's 4.
But
13.
without water access. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he has no water access, but maybe with a border growth, he may get some water access in the west, and it's probably going to be a water game with maybe some bridge plays from the White Chinchi, because he's probably going to get that village, and there is no way for the Red Chinchi to get access to those two. Even with a border growth, there is no way to get that. But probably, I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
and if you look at if you look at White Chinchi here, he does have 3 cities nearby, but they're all in different directions here. Not really like Red Chinchi, where the direction they expand in is pretty clear. They go on the mountain, they see immediately a village here, and great indicators for this. Here they go for the lighthouse, so they're also playing for a more economical approach, and they immediately see this ruin. They see this mountain, which makes them not want to expand in this direction, since within one tile within a city, Chinchi mountains have to contain mines.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
let's
also
see how this game plays out.
Well,
you're saying?
no, that there is one
Sorry.
very important city, in my opinion, that it's the one in the middle on the peninsula.
Right here.
Yep, that one, because that kind of splits the water. So who's gonna get it is probably going to have a bit of an advantage in the water battle, because it's more like an outpost.
Yep. Good point.
Yeah, for sure. I think Red Chinchi definitely looks like they have the early game advantage just due to the sheer number of cities they have access to. But in terms of late game, it looks like White Chinchi will be advantaged here just because they have this bay where they can like safely train naval units. They have access to this city where they can have bridges, and overall their late game control of the map, if they can take these cities here, just seems a lot more superior.
Yep.
Let's see how the players play it.
Okay, lighthouse.
Going for the turn 0 upgrade. Very economical approach here.
Yep, and we see that even the red Chinchi goes very eco-wise, sending the warrior backwards for the lighthouse.
Yeah, then getting the upgrade with Org to get it a turn sooner.
Yep. And we see the white Chinchi going for the ruin, and red Chinchi goes.
What do you think about this choice? Not going for that.
I think it's alright. Like it's not delaying. It's delaying the village by like 2 turns, but I think should be alright as a play. Like the fact that it's a sword ruin, it's a bit of a bummer, but might work out in the end.
I mean, the sword ruin does at least guarantee no matter what happens here, this village is theirs. But I think the more interesting decision I'm focused on here is the tech they went right here. They went for meditation.
Yeah, meditation.
I didn't notice. Alright, so it's probably going to be a philosophy game. Like he has enough time to take it before capturing his C2.
So we are going to be seeing philosophy Shin, it looks like.
Yep.
In this game.
Very, very nice.
Yes, I see Giustini Linguini's spirit here over this game. He's a big fan of going philosophy with all the tribes. Yeah. Sorry, Cloud, I interrupted you.
Oh, you're good, you're good. We do see they get the meat here only for 3 stars though, so maybe not capturing all those cities paid off pretty well. It also is what allowed for this crazy philosophy play. Let's see if it works out.
Yep.
We have Red Shinji here, speaking of a bunch of tech.
Yep. I mean, he has quite a lot of forests, so we might be seeing the sawmill play with catapults to mathematics in general. Yeah.
Could we switch to like individual visions now?
Yep.
Okay.
So right now, Red Shinji definitely has a lot more vision. He's taken the Explorer, while White Shinji has been playing pretty eco-heavy. Despite going for philosophy, they've been taking only workshops, so the eco is not too shabby either. Now it's the first Explorer.
And he gets the meat.
Meets the opponent, gets the lighthouse.
And so he gets the free upgrade on capital, which is very, very nice. Oh, it goes for riding roads?
Yeah, to get the CD. I think he wants to.
All made possible by philosophy, by the way.
Oh, and he has the altar. Oh, wow, that was perfect. He gets the altar of peace and he gets the siege with the road. Like, all on the same
just in time. Everything clicked. Very nice.
Yep. And now that sword looks a bit threatening. I don't know how much it's actually going to make, but okay, yeah, not all that much. Looks like Red Shinchi can easily get a giant on his capital.
Yeah, Red Shinchi starting with the first giant of the game here with math. He's set up here for another giant with I guess he needs he probably wants a board growth here anyways, but he's already setting up 2 market spots. So our Red Shinchi is already preparing for the late game, and our White Shinchi here is just doing a little bit of badgering, going roads, sniping the city. Red Shinchi was completely unprepared. Not much they could have done here with how early that Red Swordsman came at them. But yeah, losing a city here, so it feels like White is taking an early advantage in terms of city count.
Yep.
Ooh,
but
Star
that
Ruin
may shift. We don't really know. Okay.
Yeah, with 2 giants breathing down on this city, it's going to be pretty scary to hold. Let's see how they do it.
Well, with giants of their own. Yep. Here we see the forge and the giant. And maybe
they're just doing so many attacks.
Oh yeah, he can do that. And he took philosophy for a reason, and he might as well be using it to the fullest.
Yeah, he's really getting so much value from philosophy here, being able to afford writing roads and smithery one after the other.
Yeah, probably he might have enough to go for the how it's called for markets much sooner than the red player. But the red player hasn't been training all that many units, so he might be calling for.
Yeah, it looks like the red player is saving for something.
Yep, looks like I'd say markets, because that's.
Yep, there we go.
Trade.
First market on turn 12, and it's level 8. 2 markets down. Goes for the border growth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very nice turn for them. Strong play.
Looks like they're trying to go for markets and trying to go for the offense, but it's pretty stifled by their opponent having more giants, and the opponent responds with trade immediately.
And we need to consider that white has a philosophy too. Like it's here we see the first mind bender. Very, very cool.
The first mind bender completely shuts down this attack. Nothing can kill swordsman without being converted. And this is just such a brilliant bender position. Without ranged units, nothing can hit this. And they can't train a catapult unless they move everything out, train the catapult, and then the mind bender just retreats 1 tile. And it's safe.
Yep.
If the catapult chases, there's just too many frontline units for it to be in a good position.
Even because there is a bridge play that might be used later on. Yep, white there. And on those 2
Yeah,
tiles.
white has a monopoly on all the bridge positions. I mean, I guess red does have this one, but it's bridging to their own city, so.
Yeah.
Now we see 2 catapults from red here, really trying to take out that mindbender. He does not like it being right up in his face.
And as you said, he's just moving the mindbender backwards and keeping him there. And also,
interesting decision to shoot. Oh, you go first?
No, from white player we can see that he went for sawmills now.
Math.
Capital, just to improve the markets on his 3rd city. Yep.
Very difficult to see because it's blocked by the capital, but there is a sawmill here, so both players now have math. And I think red here shoots with the catapult, then pushes it out. And for push mechanics, if you hit a unit before you push, it'll go in a direction that it last attacked. Whereas normally it would push towards center. So if he wanted to attack, he could have considered moving units around, getting the giant, and then pushing the catapult. Or maybe just blocking so that it would push somewhere that he might have not wanted it to push.
Yeah.
So now
Because now the catapult moved away from the action a bit, so it's not that threatening.
Exactly. Now he's gonna have to spend a turn moving it back.
Yeah, just
now we see white getting all those market upgrades.
Yeah.
Getting more giants, really ecoing up here, up to 47 stars per turn. That's as many as Ratz was at last game. Now he's past him.
Yeah. Ooh, and we see another explorer. Really,
he gets it.
Ooh. Wow.
Just by 1 tile.
Yep. If he lost just 1 more movement, it wouldn't have been able to reach it. And red player
gets... If we weren't Shinshi, it would have been blocked by this mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and here we go back to the
okay, actually red is the first one on water, which is quite a surprise.
Yeah, red has done a really good job of trying to divert all of white's attention to this strip of land which has allowed them to actually be the first one on this water and take this important village. Well, potentially take this important village.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's the only warrior going for the other one, so maybe they'll be able to get both of them.
And we can see that.
And we see they actually do use the bridge for a connection.
Yeah, because it's a cheaper connection too. Like instead of spending 9 stars.
Yeah, going around.
Yeah, and it's a more useful road overall. So a very, very, very nice play, I think.
Ooh.
Now, White sees that Red is trying to take the city,
border growth.
And they're not happy. They say, okay, I'm going to border growth of this city, take away all your fish resources. And they're still not done. They also border growth this other city.
Yeah. Oh my god.
With one singular tile.
I mean, that will actually be...
OMG. You don't see that often. Yeah. Aquatism.
Now we see ramming and aquatism here.
No, it has 2 tiles actually. So because there is this one in the east.
Yeah.
So it's 2 tiles.
Oh, right, there's this one too. And the catapults are getting so much value. Just keep hitting anything that's trained in the city. That's really shutting down some of us white producing here.
Oh, we see a very bold Juggernaut play. Like that 21 HP Juggernaut doesn't look like it will survive to all those catapults.
It's actually 3 now that is supported.
Oh, yeah.
But we see that White is really taking advantage of the geography of the map, really using this safe bay to pump in as many units into the water as he possibly can. Yeah, killing that Juggernaut. Important play.
Oh, nice.
Here, actually, he goes back.
Yeah,
because White had two riders ready to siege this village again.
Range.
Yeah, but it was very
first
important.
Bomber of the game.
And we can see that that village is very, very important to him because it gives him... It's the 6th village. So with that, he's going to be able to get the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah.
Yep. And we see White is actually still setting up for even more markets here.
Yeah, looks like
67 stars.
That's all he can make, but like 67 on 7 cities, that's very, very good. He can kind of do whatever he wants.
Now, both players going for navigation.
Yep.
Yeah, but here it shows how important it was this city in this middle, because like White's navy is kind of, they have to keep themselves in the back because Red was first to get this bomber, and I think it's not looking good for the White's navy.
Yeah, he lost a very big chunk of water, but he can actually get
another bomber.
A very nice portion in the other water, because the Red Chenchi doesn't have any water access in the central, let's say in the southeast, while White has quite a lot, like 3 tiles to get something going. Yep.
Oh, White's actually baking a monument at the moment too. We see the Mindbender heal.
Very, very helpful to keep those giants healthy and not lose them. Like giants, the more the game goes on, the more important the giants become, because you really need those.
We see a wall. This is a brilliant play here, since if there's a defender here, it protects these backline naval units so much, just because rammers, scouts can't get past this tile. And by walling this city, he's saying you are never passing this. So both players now kind of have a safe bay for their naval units, and they're really taking advantage of it as much as they can to try to get as many water units as they can.
Four bombers. That's a lot. Oh, another here.
Yeti, what you were just talking about happened.
Yeah.
And all those catapults got damaged. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty big mistake for Red not to kill this raft.
Now we see diplomacy coming out and 2 cloaks.
Probably he wants to start cloaking all the water city that he can reach. Because thanks
Did
to
you see that?
What happened?
For one defender, this is a 3-star unit. It tanks 1 bomber, 2, 3, 4 bomber hits.
Wow.
That's 60 stars just in bomber upgrades for a 3-star trade. This is insane value. The wall is so good here.
Yeah.
Just so they can finally move something past it.
And we finally see Chivalry, which might be able to open up the game with some bridge play, I guess. Or maybe
you have some questions about why our player trained it here instead of here. Just because you see they have diplomacy, so they have vision on your capital, but they might not have vision here.
True.
Probably
didn't go to that.
Another giant.
Kind of
getting so much out here.
The wrong placement for the port, but because that's the bridge.
Bridge. Yeah, but I can also destroy it. So it's,
you can say it's a wrong placement, but you can also think that he could be tricking his opponent into thinking they're safe because it's like, oh, I'm gonna place a port here. Like this house is occupied. It would never become a bridge.
Yeah,
right.
they were
no
wrong.
Way, there's just no space on that tile anymore.
And yeah, we actually see that he's leaving a very, very big chain, which might lead to the end of this game. All right.
The bomber's getting so much value here. Destroying and we see the bridge. The 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
and 7.
And all the catapults are gone. The solid defense has fallen. Everything advances. Everything goes up. Knight on the front line. 2 bombers literally right here. But the cloaks are hitting. Maybe we still have something. 2 cloaks hit. Knight goes down.
I mean, but now he left the chain. He left the chain in the south.
This game still isn't over.
Wow, so many bombers.
Yeah, it's even hard to say what was hit
and what was not hit.
All the daggers get cleared. Every single one, except no more daggers on the board. 1 siege, 2 sieges. Heal, dude. That Mindbender, insane. Trained on my turn. It's lasted so long. It's gotten so much value.
It's been there for like
great play.
13 turns. I say that Mindbenders are the most underrated units of all time.
Yes, as an IMO, that's very fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do think that probably underrated, but only because they are very high skill. Like, I think that I don't even play them properly. So it will take a very, very long time to actually perfectly.
Yeah. Yes.
And
GG's.
Ending with a giant siege on unbreakable. wow, you saw everything in this game. Like, let's look at the tech tree. You saw the catapults, you saw the swordsmen, you saw the bombers, you saw the knights, you saw the mind benders. Insane game.
One thing we
And there's
missed
like
was
no progress being made.
Was archery. Sadly.
There's no progress. Oh, sorry. You go first. You go first.
Yeah, there was no archery in the end.
Yeah, and I think it was a
Unfortunately,
kind of a mistake on Red's part that they did not invest in archery, because then with roads they could cover this one spot where the bomber appeared, and I think it was a kind of a breaking point in the game, because some of the catapults died from this bomber, and like attacking a 17 star unit with a 3-star unit, it's it's a great deal. So even if the archers would die like every turn, that would be probably better than investing in catapults, which were not in range eventually. So yeah. Okay, your thoughts?
I thought it was a really interesting game. There's literally no progress being made on this side of the lake just because of how many bombers there were in this safe bay, right? Like, these bombers were never being reached. Just hold down anything that comes close, making it so hard to make progress here. But down here, there isn't that problem. There's so much more land. The bombers can't do the same things. And we see, at first, there's so many giants making a stay here. But giants do die. They die to catapults. They die to just a bunch of units hitting on them. And then when they go down, knights can now go through. When knights go through, catapults fall. And now you can finally make progress. So although this stalemate has been here like since the beginning of the game, the moment a single knight went through, the whole formation just crumbled, really highlighting just how important you need to be to look out for knights. I feel like those are the units that can change, that can get an entire defense to crumble the fastest, just because of how many units you can take out on one turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the one mistake that Raid made was allowing that one chain. Like, one change and the game was completely flipped. I mean, I still believe that White would have won in the very end, because one thing that I understood about late games is that water rarely wins the game. It's more about a land attack, because water can get stalled very, very easily. And White had the better option. Like, he had better ways to attack in the south through a land attack. And so in the very, very late game, I think that White would have come out on top anyway, even if Red didn't let the chain.
Yeah, this how vulnerable Red's capital is like a big issue for them, just because the city right next to the capital got stolen, which means that if the opponent goes for cloaks, if the opponent goes just lands, sieges, like the closest city, the easiest target is their capital, which means they just have to be so vigilant about defending it.
And was there a way in this early game for Red to see the swordsman siege or not?
I
don't remember.
Yes. I mean, seems alright that you see a level, like, from his vision, you see a level 3 capital. You say a level 2 capital, a level 2 city, and a level 1 city, and you don't expect your opponent to go straight for roads. You don't even see any riders. So it was kind of...
You wouldn't have expected your opponent to have that many stars, and it was only possible because of philosophy. So
yeah, philosophy really clashed this game.
Red thought that they had one more.
Yeah, but they had vision, so they kind of could have, kind of prevented that. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I was just curious.
they didn't know roads
Maybe
were
not stepping
coming.
on, training a catapult or something.
Probably catapults.
Yeah, but even without roads, so that's really hard to defend the city.
Yeah,
because
it's very, absolutely.
the warrior moves south, and then you still have the a sieging setup.
But I think
regard
that Red has catapults already, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Or
Red does
got-
have math, I believe, this next turn. Yeah, so I think they planned on maybe getting a catapult in capital, and then moving the warrior out. Then next turn they have 2 catapults, which do kill a veteran swordsman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So probably they should have played it more slowly and hopefully get that city.
Because without the city, I see the chances of winning quite equal.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say in white favors, because with that city, as I already said, the southeast lake is all for white. And water, it's important to support a land attack. Like with water alone, you don't do anything. But if you have water, like a land attack with water support, that's really going to hurt.
Yeah, but anyways, very nice and exciting game. 24 turns. It doesn't happen a lot. So yeah, we had everything here as Cloud mentioned. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
And see if we see another long game.
Okay, let's see if you come back. Finally put it off. Let's have a quick get on.
Yeah. Okay. So Archipelago.
Looks like pink Shinji here has access to 2 cities, but they are kind of backwards. Red Shinji also only has access to 2 cities, but they are more forward. But in terms of density, Red Shinji definitely takes the cake here. They have 5 cities super close to them, although one is one they won't get. And original Shinji, just the cities are a lot farther from them.
One thing that I remember
they do have all these ruins
from playing Polysseum, like I remember playing some Shinji Archipelago in the Polysseum, and it's that having the fishes, it's very, very important. And we can see that the pink Shinji has 2 fishes in all of his 3 cities. So that's really, really gonna help him, at least in the start of the game. And a very quick develop at the start, it's really, really important on Archipelago. But
third fish is what allows for the resource upgrade with ports. So 2 fishes, and that's a quick workshop, but that third fish allows for another upgrade, and it's really good.
Yeah, especially on his south suburb.
All right, without further ado, let's see how our players play this.
Yep,
most players find a village on turn 1.
And we can already see the fish getting in place.
Mining. Okay.
Yeah, red is
2 very different openings. One of them forced into mining. One of them is allowed to get fishing, and that's going to be a pretty big difference.
Yep.
Yeah, but because also it's strong. Fishing in terms of explorers, because the pink can't like get explorers now, because it doesn't make really sense, right?
Yeah, our pink player on the water on turn 4, while our red player doesn't even have fishing yet.
Yeah, there we go. First explorer.
First explorer of the game here. Does not get any lighthouses, but it does kind of reveal the lay of the map.
Yeah, and
fishing explorer meets the opponent.
Gets lighthouse. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Now,
yeah,
we just pause here. We just pause here and look. It looks like Pink is already on 3 cities, about to capture their 4th. They have access to these other cities. It looks like he's eyeing this one already. But our regular Shin here only has 3 cities. They're not going to beat Shinshi to this one. It looks like they're going to be down a lot of cities and down on expansion.
Yep. Gets into the water now. But thanks to mining, they'll be able to get the giant a bit faster than his opponent. Probably, maybe. I mean, that's usually what happens.
An expensive upgrade here. Placing a port for that resource upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to pay off very, very soon. Like in 2 turns, that's already...
Oh, another...
That's true. But you really want to be able to do it with fish.
Mm.
And also that port allows to get the backwards lighthouse.
Mm.
That's true, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. And we see YetiPeaks going for an early giant in the end. Getting it first. And
population.
Now we see not 1 but 2 giants coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, Explorer gets that lighthouse.
And he might be able...
Yeah, might be able to just 1 lighthouse off.
Yeah, but probably from his from the city, from the village he's stepping onto now, he might be able to get it with an explorer there. Like, he just need to be patient and get it like next turn. Like, not
ramming.
An explorer from red too to get some vision. Sees the village. A very expensive giant with 2 boards.
But they're now even on super unit counts. It's 2-2.
Yeah, and the pink one are on land, so they can deal more damage to the opponent juggernauts.
Oh, we see a city snipe. He did not go for the explorer. He went for a workshop last turn.
And he even got the city stolen.
Yeah, he took ramming.
Yeah.
Yep, with a rammer. But let's see that might. Yeah, looks like he got a giant push.
He has a monument giant.
Yeah, and now he's up on super units. Like
one question. So Ping decided to land this giant there in the northeast. Do you think it's like, because I think there was a warrior there, so like was it worth it killing this warrior?
I think he just really wanted to get his giant out, his juggernaut away from this giant, because otherwise this giant can just hit his juggernaut for so much value. But he still wanted to be able to kill some units, and even afterwards he can just go back into this port.
Oh yeah,
I think
that's
probably landing. I guess he really wanted the warrior kill. I think landing here also would have been perfectly fine. It would also get you into a more fast, like I guess no, never mind. These two ports are exactly the same. So yeah, he just wants to get the kill. I think overall it's fine. If it's somewhere he can't get back into a port, it would have been a terrible idea. But because he can get back into port from there, perfectly fine.
I think so too.
It's a big city, so denying this city would have been super important. Instead, it allows for the Grand Bazaar instantly used.
Yep. And now red, can be at most on 5 cities.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities down. A lot of cities. But what do we see here? This insane splash value. Literally every single tile facing the opponent has a unit. Splash, siege, double siege.
Yeah, very offensive.
And he just
Whoa!
Whoa! And it was 2 stars short. I mean, if he didn't get the siege on his other city, the pink Chinchi would have had enough.
Say that again.
Like the red Chinchi got 2 sieges, and thanks to the other siege, he was able to deny enough stars to his opponent so that he wouldn't have been able to get the unsiege on his capital.
Yeah, but still, it didn't look good for the pink because there are still rammers in the proximity, and there probably would have been another siege. So yeah.
Normally you don't want to be going for sieges with rammers and things like that just because they're so expensive. But Red Chinchi was able to recognize that siege and cap is so valuable. And then with this, he doesn't have to siege with a rammer. He can siege this one with 2 scouts and the warrior that got pushed out of the city. And that is what allowed him to win the game. Despite being down so many cities, his eco was really good. He's making 18 stars per turn versus 21 despite being down 2 cities. And his naval presence is just so much stronger. He has sailing, he has ramming. His opponent only has
fishing
still.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, wow. So a quick game after this long one. So yeah, so what went wrong for pink? Maybe they should have invested in those water units earlier to protect their cities.
Yeah, I think Pink needed to try to pick up naval tech a little bit earlier, just before it got so expensive. Because we see what the main issue was, they weren't able to stabilize right before. Like, if they were able to unsiege this turn, the position is very, very winning for them. So if they had just been able to maybe hold off on an upgrade, like maybe like not placing a port on one of the turns at some point, and been able to afford the scout here, it would have been very winning. But again, it's very hard to be able to say, just because a lot of the upgrades felt pretty forced. Like, he had to giant push here, he had to get the giant here, and so on. Although I actually think he should have not gianted the turn he did, because if he had let the giant siege, he has such a Houdini here with
it's Houdini without actually placing any units, because it's like one tile island.
I was thinking he would have tried to go for an Houdini too, but I don't know, I still feel like the wrong play was going for mining, because mining is really, really expensive. It doesn't really, like, it gave him 2 population for his capital, and he can still get the giant like the turn after with placing 2 ports. If I like 2 ports and 1 lighthouse, and he still has 2 ports, 1 lighthouse, and he still has
I agree with Yeti. So like, if he had invested those stars into units, and like protected,
maybe if he went sailing here, moved this unit on this tile, or 1, 2, 3 on this tile, to clear these 2 tiles of fog. Then next turn he moves it again and captures the city, then gets to explore. He gets Eye of God, then it saves him from having to go mining in capital. He gets a connection, gets the lighthouse, gets this lighthouse. That's an immediate giant. He has 2 monuments. So he doesn't even have to use 2 ports with this turn, if he goes for sailing and prepared for Eye of God, it would have made a huge difference economically.
And also his cities are quite defendable, because there are those, this is like a line, So like red couldn't actually reach the scouts. Yeah, and there's like those ponds where you can, I don't know, store some bombers or some other defense units. So yeah. So I think that's the main reason was the bad investment. Yeah.
Yeah, the advantage of going for
siege.
Oh wait, sorry, Cloud.
Oh, I just said very well played by red, recognizing how important it is to start your people when you go in for a siege, so that they can't afford to unsiege.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, is that Pink didn't recognize that the power of fishing instead of mining is not the early giant, but it's the early expansion that allows for an early giant. So he went into fishing and then mining, but with that he lost his opportunity.
Yeah, the momentum was all the way on Red's side, even though they were kind of handicapped with less cities, and yeah. So very like kudos to them that they recognized this opportunity.
Yep.
Okay, so the last game in front of us.
To the final game. Here we have an exciting one. It's 2 players you definitely heard of. Mickzoo and Vorce.
Yep.
2 winners of Polysseum. Yeah, if you look at the spawn here, it looks like density is pretty even. Both players have 4 cities within 2 tiles, but it looks like blue here has a harder time kind of accessing this city because it's like 2 more tiles. Red here has a little bit better access to the other cities. The resources are not as good, just no mines here, no mines here, no mines here, 1 mine here. Whereas blue has a mine in this city, 2 here, a city here. So it looks like although red density is slightly better, the resources are just not as good as blue.
And this is like a Rio Lakes map, because oftentimes you just have a lake map in the game. So this will be exciting to see how they use all those 5 lakes that we see on the map.
I mean, probably in a situation like this, there aren't very good markets. We can clearly see that. So both players are probably going to be fighting with riders and roads, because there aren't even all that many animals to be able to go for archery easily. So probably riding roads will be the primary fighting option.
Yeah, let's find out.
Both players going for the first village here. Vorce is definitely very happy to see that. And now we see Mickzoo actually going for hunting. So mining. Yeah, he sees that he doesn't have metal in this second city of his, and at the point he went hunting, he also didn't see any mines here, so he decides to go for hunting, get the quick upgrade.
It will pay off.
Vorce goes for mining because he has mines in all his cities.
And forestry.
Vorce recap here. He's really trying to get. Sorry?
No, I was just commentating on the fact that he took forestry, which is really, really interesting.
Vorce getting the meat.
And, wow. That's a very interesting workshop taken up in the front.
Yeah, deciding not to go for the explorer, instead trying to get some more eco. So he takes a workshop, despite that city being right in front of his opponent.
Yeah, and we see instead red going for the workshop, explorer, and workshop in his other city. Yeah, Vorce is going all in with eco.
So far, Blue has taken only workshops. That swordsman in the back, love to see it.
Will it become helpful in the future? That's to be seen. Wow,
Now
Sailing.
Red's on the water already. Yeah, really making
So
a play for this landmass here.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Vorce can knock him off.
Now Red kind of messed up here, being unable to train a unit here. Instead, he leaves the city empty. Whereas if he stayed on the city, he actually would not have been sieged, just because there can't be 3 units that can hit this.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, very
now that
big
he gets-
mistake. Because other than being siege is risking.
not easy to see. Has to go make a scout to unsiege. But hey, this best swordsman is now really threatening this city.
So you see, we have a answer to our question.
Yeah, that sword really is going to be helpful.
Yeah, and I don't see a way to unsiege. That sword is holding the city.
Yeah, but we have
Vorce
to
is
say
trying
that
really hard to
this city is not
play for the
great.
south here. All his
Also.
riders down here.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
That fishing play from Mickzoo really paying off here. Yeah, the scout's getting some good value.
Oh, there are so many riders.
I feel like
playing.
normally you see land units. Oh, sorry.
There are so many rider plays. We can see that Vorce is trying to go for the 2 lighthouses in the north and in the east with riders, I think.
Yeah, he's trying to sneak a rider by.
Yeah.
And I also want to point out that normally it's land units that get value against water units with archers, riders, or catapults kind of sneaking in some value. But here it's actually the water units getting a lot of value from Mickzoo here. He's used 2 scouts now to save cities that would have otherwise been stolen.
Yeah. And that's really good. Especially because now he can easily contest the other southeast city with his warriors and riders. And some
Yeah, that swordsman has come all the way from this mountain here, taking the city for Mickzoo. Now it's all the way down here and threatening this city. It's actually been phenomenal value despite having been spawned so far in the back of the map.
Yeah. I mean, roads really helped him to move faster up into the games.
Now
And-
the first giant of the game.
Yeah, on turn 14. So yeah, this really was going to be a riders, roads, gains, and looks like some water too.
So many monuments coming out on the same turn. So much eco.
Yep.
But Vorce here having so many riders. He's really wanting to kill that veteran swordsman.
I mean,
Gets
he
the
needs
lighthouse
that
here for the top and cap.
needs that to save the city probably. And we have
Yeah.
even more riders.
Mickzoo trying to pick off as many units as he can here to prevent the unsiege.
And let's see if he can pop a giant in that city. We have his first giant turn 15.
First giant comes out. Grand Bazaar comes out as well, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 2 monuments, and there's the Siege.
Yeah.
And the veteran swordsman that's been causing him so many issues finally goes down.
Yeah, very, very nice from his part. Now, wow.
Mickzoo going for archery here. The tech we've talked about so much.
Which now is going to be very, very helpful because giants are coming and probably the best units to counter giants in these occasions are archers because they kill them very, very slowly.
I want to point out this this interaction here because Vorce was so focused on having to giant pop to unseat this city. He doesn't have any units that got sent back here to deal with this rider. There is this warrior, but it's not going to be able to kill the rider before it captures the city. The riders here are blocked by these mountains from being able to assist fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Mickzoo is actually somehow going to be able to capture this city that's literally as far away from his capital as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Now we see a second giant coming out.
Oh, but we see a rider put in place to deny him. Oh, but that's a veteran rider.
Yep.
Wow.
Even
And
worse.
kills that rider too. Brilliant micromanagement by Mickzoo here. Sneaking
Yes.
that upgrade in all the way until it steps on the village. Like, that's so good. But Vorce here does not want to let go of the city, blocking the resources so that he can't giant after capturing the city.
And we see archery from him too, just to defend from the giant in the northwest. But we can see that Mickzoo pressure it's going very, very high. He managed to take the south city. He has the giants at the doorstep of his opponent.
Does go for a siege here, but I want to point out this rider movement right here.
Yeah, it prevents support a forge.
In here. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So which means that he does have perfectly enough. If he blocks one, without Smith, if he blocks one mine, he should block this one. So then this one or this one. So there's no level 2 forge.
Mm-hmm.
And if he blocks one, the moment a forge comes down, if you include the 2 class population, that's still enough. So he actually also needs this rider to block another tile.
Oh,
But instead he moves it here,
ooh.
thinking that his opponent does not have forge.
Mm.
And that's going to be proved to be a pretty fatal mistake. Now we see Mickzoo cleaning up, killing as many units as he can. Giant goes down, and he goes for Ord, and he has exactly 11 pop if he wants to get the giant. Explorer barely misses the lighthouse. It had started heading in that direction a little earlier. It would have been Eye of God.
And he starts chopping, and wow, he barely gets
perfectly enough to giant.
Yeah.
So,
good job, Michiko. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Vorce really needed to block that mine. I'm guessing it's a misclick.
Yep.
Yeah, because the rider was in range.
I don't see why the rider would have moved just one top here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did not need a road to get to the mine, right?
Yeah, they didn't even need.
Yeah.
Just stepping on the mine was enough.
Yeah, you know, maybe this was like a very late stage of the tournament, so those mistakes happen. You know, these are like long games, and you have to play a couple of them on a single day sometimes. Yeah. Okay, your thoughts, gentlemen?
Definitely very well played from both players, though. They basically almost went the exact same techs the entire game. Both players started with running roads, then went into archery. I guess Mickzoo got fishing and got a sailing ruin, I think. But other than that, they basically.
Okay, so it was ruin, not they did not buy it. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
there
surprised.
a ruin at some point, I think, that got them sailing. At least I think it was. Did they buy it?
They may have bought it. Oh yeah, they bought it on turn.
Oh yeah, no, they bought it. Never mind. I thought it was a
Okay.
ruin. Yeah, no, they bought it. Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was. I also would have probably not gone for sailing at that point, but it turned out to be a brilliant decision. It saved 2 cities from him.
Yeah, let's say that it was a very, very chaotic game in the southeast, center southeast, with the sword, so many roads, so many riders going back and forth.
Yeah, the squabble over these 3 cities was really, really fun to watch. Lots of unit macro here, lots of blocking resources, units bouncing and moving further up. Very cool to watch.
Absolutely. Maybe one thing that let Vorce down was capturing Pocha on the turn. Like after he sees the swordman, he decided to capture the city anyway. Like on turn 10, he sees sword.
Right, he could have instead gone and killed this warrior and maybe try to play for a more solid hold on these cities.
Yeah, because this would have definitely delayed Mickzoo's capture.
Yeah, it would have delayed Mickzoo's capture and probably allowed him to get the southeast villages.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the red probably would have been cooked, because it's like then the difference is too big, because then it's they're on 4 cities, and Vorce is like on, I don't know, 8 or 9. So
yeah, exactly.
And no comeback here, like the way Ratz did it.
no markets, no good forgers.
Nope.
Yeah, it's nice to see a game where neither side can go markets and economy actually matters. I feel like once market comes out, it really makes a lot of eco plays less important, just because you're making like 50, 60 stars per turn. But when you're on low stars per turn, like here, like you're in the 20s, you're in the 30s, literally every road you place, every unit you train matters so much more.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, so nice game to wrap up this this live stream. Thank you guys for coming. Hope you had a good time reviewing the Polysseum. Like I said at the beginning, we'll have a break from Polysseum because of the World Championships. Tomorrow is the Wenger final, so be sure to tune in the late afternoon in Europe and early morning in the US. Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching. And see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
See you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.